Well, if you heard sirens near the airport today, you should know that it was just a drill. But today, McGhee Tyson Airport held a full-scale emergency exercise to train employees and emergency workers on the protocol. Visual storyteller Jake Albright was there to see real-life prep for what we all hope won't ever happen.
Every 3 years, the airport is required to do a full-scale emergency exercise in order to keep its compliance with FAA regulations. Today, we are doing that drill with the help of 150 volunteers from our community and in coordination with area emergency response organizations. When we have an emergency exercise like this, we have a scenario that's developed ahead of time. We don't necessarily know all the details because we want to test how quickly we can respond to something of this magnitude. We begin the exercise, we get the scenario, and we begin working it. We have volunteers here who have been involved in the process that will be triaged, will be taken to area hospitals, not necessarily it's in person, but through our scenario to determine what kind of resources are available in our community. Today's exercise not only tests the airport's communications and operations, but it does talk to area medical and emergency response organizations and how they assess people. You do this so that you're prepared when an emergency happens.
I want to remind you again that anything you saw was just a drill. Sirens, emergency vehicles, maybe in your neighborhood if you live by the airport, were all there just for practice. The airport says that drill didn't affect any regular operations.